Welcome to the True Assassins podcast. Buckle up because we are diving deep into some seriously twisted tales today. We're talking hidden agendas, shocking transformations, and we're taking inspiration straight from the pages of True Kill by Orlando Madsbrine. You ready for this?
Always ready for a little walk on the dark side. And these stories, let me tell you, they really make you question everything you think you know about power, about identity, about what makes a true assassin.
No kidding. First, we're breaking down exit strategy. This chilling story of Sarah, a silent partner in one of those high-flying tech startups. But behind that quiet facade, a mastermind weaving a web of calculated accidents to climb to the top. You won't believe how someone so overlooked could orchestrate such a brutal downfall from the sidelines.
Oh, and speaking of brutal downfalls, we're switching gears after that for a science fiction mystery that'll really mess with your mind. The Mimic's Lullaby. It's about a shape-shifting alien assassin sent to Earth on a mission of, well, total invasion, But hold on, there's a twist. This assassin's cold-blooded purpose takes a total 180 after a face-to-face with a little kid, an orphan.
I'm already hooked. So we've got a tech mastermind and an alien assassin. What's the common thread here?
Appearances, my friend. Appearances can be so deceiving. You look at these characters, you see one thing, and bam, it's something else entirely. They teach us that power doesn't always roar, sometimes it whispers, and sometimes even the most ruthless beings, even beings programmed for destruction, can be changed, utterly changed, by something. That's something unexpected, something human.
Okay, so let's get into it. Exit strategy. Picture this. The world of tech startups, cutthroat competition, big egos, even bigger dreams. And then there's Sarah. At first glance, just a silent partner. But the way Madsbrine writes it, even her name, it's like
a ghost story whispered in a boardroom, right? She's practically invisible compared to those flashy founders. You've got your visionary, your tech genius, the one who can sweet-talk investors out of millions.
Right. And Sarah's just there, blending in. The book even talks about her sensible suits and her unremarkable smile. You'd never suspect.
That's the point, isn't it? That's her strategy, hiding in plain sight, that unremarkable smile, a carefully constructed mask. In a world like that, a world where everyone's clawing their way to the top, being overlooked, that can be a weapon, a huge advantage.
And we soon learn it's not just about being overlooked, it's about a simmering desire for revenge. Turns out, years before, those same founders, they straight up stole her idea, her life's work, ripped off. And when she called them out, they shut her down, told her, "Too ambitious, darling. Leave the big plays to the men." Man, that's cold.
Ice cold. And you can feel that dismissal burning in her, fueling her. This isn't just business for Sarah. It's personal. It's about justice. It's about reclaiming what they took, about proving them wrong. Big time.
And so it begins. The first accident, they've poached this star engineer from a rival company, right? Top talent. And during an office party, boom, the guy falls from a balcony. Tragic accident, right?
Seems like it. Open and shut case. Except Madsbrine drops these little hints, these details you can't ignore, expertly weakened railing. And then suddenly, there's this anonymous tip to the tabloids. It all starts to feel a little too convenient, a little too orchestrated.
Like a performance.
Yeah.
And Sarah, she is the director, but she's backstage, pulling the strings, no fingerprints, and she's patient. Then, Act 2. A competitor's about to unveil their big new prototype. This is their moment. Years of work riding on this live-streamed event, huge hype. And right in the middle of it, what happens? Prototype.
Goes up in flames. Literally, can you imagine? All their hopes, all that work, going up in smoke in front of the entire tech world. And the whispers start. Sabotage, industrial espionage, but no proof. Just ashes.
And where's Sarah during all this? Madsbrine describes her watching the live stream. A silent smile, playing on her lips as the whole thing unfolds. It's chilling, man. She's not just winning, she's savoring it.
Like she's watching a play she wrote, directed, and starred in. Each of these incidents, each of these accidents, they're like chess moves. Calculated, precise, and ultimately leading to checkmate. But it's not just about taking down those two competitors. It's bigger than that.
Yeah. Madsbrine talks about scandals timed with precision, lawsuits that just vanish. It paints this picture of Sarah as a puppet master, working from the shadows, manipulating the whole playing field.
Right. It's a long game she's playing. She's eroding her rivals' power, their reputations, piece by piece. And she's got resources, connections. Information is her weapon, and she knows how to use it. It makes you wonder, what wouldn't she do to get what she wants?
Good question. And then comes the final blow. It's almost anticlimactic in a way.
Yeah.
A massive data breach hits her main target. But get this, it wasn't even her doing.
Nope. someone else's mess. But Sarah, she's created this environment of suspicion, of vulnerability, so when the breach happens, guess who takes the fall?
Bingo. Stock implosion, federal investigations, the whole 9 yards. Madsbrine describes it as an Icarus-like fall, fast, brutal, and completely engineered by Sarah, even though she didn't lift a finger.
That's the thing about a master strategist. They know how to set the stage, how to let their enemies destroy themselves. And Sarah, she's a master.
So she wins. Her empire rises from the ashes of her rivals, but there's this line in the book that gets me every time. It talks about a chilling emptiness that accompanies her victory. Makes you think, was it worth it? Did she become the very thing she was fighting against?
Right. That's the moral dilemma at the heart of it, the cost of revenge. The emptiness that comes from achieving a goal built on, well, on ruthlessness and deception. It's like, in destroying her enemies, does she destroy a part of herself?
Heady stuffs. And the story ends with this haunting question. Is Sarah the victor or the monster? And I think that's the point. There are no easy answers. It leaves you thinking about the nature of power, the allure of revenge, and the very fine line between ambition and something darker.
Yeah, and it reinforces the idea that the most dangerous assassins, the true assassins, are often the ones you don't see coming, the ones who operate in the shadows, the ones with a smile you can't quite trust. And Sarah, she's the epitome of that.
Man, that was intense. Okay, we need to change of pace. Ready to jump into a whole different world. The Mimic's Lullaby. Let's talk alien assassins.
Let's do it. From corporate boardrooms to outer space, this story, it's got a whole different vibe. Much more.
Like sci-fi thriller. Right. So picture this shape-shifting alien. It arrives on Earth like Madsbrine calls it a shadow-given substance. Talk about setting the scene. And its mission, eliminate key leaders. Pave the way for a full-scale invasion by its people, its species. But it's not just any species,
It's called the collective. And it's not like anything we can imagine. It's like a hive mind, a single consciousness spread across countless beings. No individuality, just the will of the whole. Yeah. And this assassin, just a tool, a weapon, utterly ruthless.
Exactly, and we see that ruthlessness right away. It slips into human forms, no problem.
Yeah.
First, a high-ranking general, then this, like top scientist. Madsbrine describes it as practiced ease. Then it encounters a child. Not part of the mission, just there. It makes a decision. Cold, calculated. It eliminates the child. Efficient, necessary. Those are the words it uses. But then something shifts.
Yeah. Right there, that's where the cracks start to show. Madsbrine describes it as a strange hollowness within the assassin. It should feel dot completion, right? Mission accomplished. But something's off. Almost like a glitch in the program. Yeah. Could it be the first flicker of something like individual awareness?
Whoa. Mind blown.
Oh.
Okay, so then it gets weirder. This assassin, it starts hanging around the general's quarters, and it gets fixated on the child's things. Drawings, toys, shiny trinkets. Madsbrine calls it dissonance, this alien form of curiosity. Like, what's going on here?
It's like this purely logical, programmed being is encountering something it can't compute, something human, something innocent, and it's drawn to it, almost obsessed.
Right. And then check this out. It starts mimicking the female scientist that it impersonated before. Not for the mission, not for strategy. The book says it's driven by an unidentifiable need. And it's not just the appearance, it's more than that.
It's like it's trying on emotions, behaviors it doesn't understand. It starts absorbing data streams about human interaction, about like comforting gestures, lullabies. It's bizarre.
Totally. And as it immerses itself in all this human stuff, its original mission starts falling apart.
Yeah.
Madsbrine talks about days blurring together, the collective's directives becoming distant. The assassin is changing, becoming something new, something the collective never intended.
And the further it drifts from its programming, the more intense that dissonance becomes. It's caught between two worlds, its old directives and this new, confusing, almost addictive connection to humanity.
And Madsbrine gives us these little details, these visual cues that show how deep the change goes. The child's drawings, they start appearing on it's like its shell, its alien form. And the female form, it becomes its default setting.
Yeah, it's almost like it's integrating those human elements into its being, merging two worlds. And then there's the lullabies. This assassin, programmed for destruction, starts humming lullabies. It's mind-blowing, right?
Absolutely. It's like a predator learning to sing a lullaby.
Right.
And then, boom, the invasion fleet arrives.
The moment of truth. The assassin has to choose, carry out the mission, betray its very essence, everything it was created for, or protect the very species it was sent to destroy.
And what does it do? It chooses humanity. It takes on the form of the general, the warrior skin, but this time with a completely different purpose. It receives the collective's final orders, but what echoes louder in its mind are the memories of the child, of the drawings, of the lullaby.
The lullaby, the symbol of comfort, of vulnerability, it becomes the assassin's weapon against the collective's cold, calculating logic. It's a choice for connection over annihilation, for hope over destruction.
And it acts. It broadcasts a warning signal to humanity, a pirated message woven with the melody of the lullaby. It's this desperate act of defiance, of love, I guess.
The love born from the ashes of its programming. It's incredible, right?
Totally. And the consequences are huge. The collective brands it rogue. It's alone, hunted by its own kind. But the last scene, man, it gives me chills every time. It's this group of humans huddled together, terrified, waiting for the invasion. But then, through the static of the warning signal, they hear it. The lullaby.
Not a war cry, a lullaby, a song of peace, of comfort, of humanity.
It's powerful. And it shows us that even an assassin, even a being created for destruction, can be transformed by the simplest act of kindness.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what else is possible. What other transformations are waiting to happen right here on Earth?
So there you have it. 2 stories, 2 assassins, 2 completely different journeys. One driven by ambition and revenge, the other by an unlikely connection that rewrites its entire purpose.
2 sides of the same coin, right? The human capacity for darkness and for incredible change.
If you're as fascinated by these cloak and dagger stories as we are, hit that follow button and rate the True Assassins podcast for more addictive deep dives into the world of murder, hitmen, and assassins.
Until next time, keep your eyes open and remember, you never know where you'll find a true assassin or what might change their heart.
And who knows, maybe you'll even hear a lullaby in the most unexpected of places.